Hello, everybody. We are back. We have fixed our issues, and we have got the cube ready here. For those of you following along at home, take a second to go and scramble this up. Make sure that you've got the scramble correct, and we've got the voting period starting. So go ahead. You guys now have free control over this. We're not helping you this time. Oh, an R was applied immediately. Okay. Last time people did white cross, by the way. So that's probably what we're assuming is going to happen this time, but I really have no idea.
This is a pretty good white cross. So
I mean, this is not bad at all. This is fairly easy. Another R was applied. Okay. I have no idea what they're doing. There's sort of a slow descent into madness here until people sort of realize what's going on.
Yeah.
I see a bunch of like Z3s in the chat. Make sure you guys are using capital letters as well. It is case sensitive in the voting. And R prime was applied. Okay. So 3 moves. It's R prime.
You think it's gonna be another R prime next?
I mean, that would really complete it.
It's just warming up.
Yeah.
I was gonna say that increases your overall TPS, but it actually doesn't because it's 20 seconds anyway.
Yeah, we've got a set TPS right here. R prime is applied. Awesome.
There we go.
So the last time it was a Z2, Z2, D2, Z2. Those are the first 4 moves. So we are as efficient as last time.
It's good.
Do you have any predictions as to how many moves this is going to take this time? Do you think chat's going to be experienced? Oh, F prime. Okay, we have 1 cross piece.
It's going to be a combination of experience, but also lack of help, right? So I think last time, what was the total move count? Last time it was like 111 or something?
120.
120?
Yeah. 112. Yeah, somewhere around there.
I don't know. You know what? I think there's going to be a PLL skip, and it's going to be like 80 or
oh my goodness,
70 something.
That would be awesome. But I think the cross is easier on this one. I've got faith in people.
I have a faith in the PLL skip.
All right. Well, Chad, if you think there's going to be a PLL skip coming, feel free to let us know that. But move number 7 is coming in, and 7 moves in. We've got 3 cross pieces. At some point, they need to flip the cube.
Yes. Well, wouldn't it be nice if we didn't flip the cube? That'd be pretty cool.
You think we should do the whole thing? The whole thing should be done beginner style?
Yes.
White on top? Okay.
Yeah, classic Dan Brown. Yeah, 7 steps.
I'm excited. I think that's gonna happen.
Oh, are we gonna do some weird slice moves to get a green cross instead?
Oh, that's a lot of oriented edges.
It is.
Maybe we could switch to ZZ.
Yes.
You just need to orient 2 edges, actually. So I'm worried that this might be too easy for Twitch chat.
Well, we can make it harder by saying that it has to be done with Rue. Could you imagine how long that would take?
I mean, if
at
it
least
was a
everyone
bunch
knows
of experienced, right?
Yeah.
If it was experienced Rue users, this would be very fast. It would take like 40 moves. But the R2 is applied again. Okay, nice.
Okay, I like that. Maybe a cube rotation.
I think they're trying really hard to do a cube rotation. They can't figure out whether or not to do Z2 or X2 or just keep doing R2s. But the first time we did this was like a test run on a channel called Twitch Solves the Rubik's Cube, which I can't believe people found. Oh, another R2. There we go. And it was a 60 move solution and very efficient, but it was only 20 people instead of 734.
Yep. You know, instead of cube rotations, we could do R2, L2, M2. That would...
We could do that. Chad is trying really hard to get a cube rotation. I don't think they're agreeing on a specific one. So if this fails again, I think we should do R2. Oh, there's an X2. There we go. Wait, there are more misoriented edges than I expected.
Still not too many.
Yeah, it's not that bad. L? Chat's saying L, chat's saying U2. L. Okay. This is pretty good so far. I'm actually very impressed. They seem to be organized.
Yes.
So.
Wait, I seem to have missed a move. What have I done? Oh no.
They did an L.
No, I got that one. What was before the L?
X2, right?
X2. Oh, X2. My bad. Obviously. Okay.
Okay, so they've got one pair going on. It was actually way faster than I anticipated last time, but last time, once cross was done, because it was kind of a pain, people were pretty good about the F2L, and then when we got to last layer, that's when people failed to understand what a J-perm was.
Yes.
But based on your predictions, we're not gonna
have any issues with J-perms.
Because we're gonna get a PLL skip.
Exactly.
Chat's predicting F. Okay. Pair 1 is going in. And then, there's a 3-move pair. And then I can't see what's after that. There's a 7-mover that's not super pretty. That one chat might have a little bit of trouble with.
Cool.
This is very clean so far. Very, very clean. So, one thing that we're doing the next cubing at home is Match Madness. Have you heard about that at all?
Yeah. You want to explain it though?
Sure. For those of you in chat who are interested, okay, F prime, doing great. Keep going, guys. For those of you in chat who are interested, we're having a prediction competition for the bracket for our next Cubing at Home 5, sort of as a preseason finale. We are having, if you can properly predict who's going to make it to the finals, what seeds they're going to get, and also, there's another 3-move pair.
Yep.
And also, who wins what, you can win $1,000 gift card to TheCubicle.us. So there's some serious stakes on the line for that.
Yeah. Do you have a strategy?
My strategy is wait until things get closer to see who's registered.
Yep.
And once registration closes, check out who's going to be there. Man, this is super efficient. But I think you got to pay attention to time zones as well, because if someone's in although I know Leo Boromeo's in the Philippines, and this always happens at like 5 in the morning for him. But people who have to stay up for quite a while may be more tired.
Yeah.
So.
Would you go off of people's WCA IDs to see how fast they are, or YouTube solves? Because I think the big brain move is to look at their YouTube channel to see how they solve at home.
I think both is really useful. It's really easy to just check the WCA ID because we have our WCA results because we have psych sheets.
Yep.
But you're right. At-home results may be very different from in-comp results. But I feel like there are two sort of counteracting factors there. One is people may do better in competition because they have to focus and be in this very concentrated environment, where at home you can just sort of flop.
Yep.
But also, I think at competition sometimes you have less just pure cubing, and at cubing at home you're just cubing, and that may tire you out. This is
a good point. This is going really well.
I had no idea that we would have F12 -1 and 24 moves.
This is more efficient than my solves. Yeah, could you imagine if a PLL skip did happen, which it will, it's going to be like a 50 move, 60 move solution.
I would be very proud. especially since I think rotations count as moves, so that X2 counts. Although that's not the best thing to do in a real solve. It was a 7-move pair, a 3-move pair, and now we just finished our next 3-move pair.
Yep.
There are a couple ways to do this one, but okay. Prime.
Probably
This
what I would
is-
do. There's a lot of people
Yeah.
spamming Y2s.
I feel like there's a difference between people who want a Y2 to do it in front right and then do the L to do it in the back left. But I don't think anyone's trolling with Y moves.
Yeah. Okay.
Do you have any sleeper picks for that bracket? Do you have anyone who you think's gonna sneak into that may not
No.
be on the radar?
I have no idea, to be honest. I think it's going to be super competitive. It's going to be hard to do a bracket. I think there's going to be some like weird things that happen.
I think that's going to be the hardest thing, to be honest. Like, once you have the bracket, predictions are, I mean, not super trivial, but not super easy.
Yeah.
But I feel like getting the bracket's the hardest part. If you can
Yep.
just get to the bracket, like, you've won half the battle.
All right.
Cubing USA in chat suggests that we do ZBLS, which is an orientation of all the edges. Because I actually have no idea what people are going to be doing for last layer. Last time we skipped, we had an oriented OLL. It was T, but now we're not. So I don't know what to expect. Wait, no. This cannot
Ooh.
be all skip. Unless people have some crazy strats. I just took a look at the OLL that we're
Yeah, I
very
did too.
looking at.
This is going to take a while. I think our luck ran out here.
I'm secretly hoping for an OLL one time that there is no common out. Like T, it's wide sexy sledge. But,
Yep.
you know, you can have F sexy stuff like that.
Yep.
But in situations where I'm thinking stuff like lightning bolt OLLs, I totally just messed up my cube right there. Oops. Or like stuff like this, the W. Those
Yeah.
are sort of a pain to do.
Yep. All right. Finished up
This
too
is-
well.
So
We're going fast, but this is going to take a while, I think. All right. I'm seeing a lot of R primes. I know this alg.
yes, I feel like chat kind of knows this out too. But people are debating 2-look versus 1-look. But I think 2-look is gonna, or 1-look is gonna win the day here. Although, I mean, honestly, that alg is just a 2-look, 2-look OLO. That's really easy to do.
Yeah.
Someone says in chat, as a Rue user, this is really painful to see. Because it is a 6-move OLO to get corners solved. We may actually see a PLL skip here. That's what I'm reading. Okay.
All right.
The last one, I felt so much stress and anxiety, and this one is so smooth. It's too smooth. These guys are too good. I want various solutions here. But
We might have time to do two.
we can definitely do a second solve. And we'll see how people do on the second one. So as someone who's sort of coming back to the community from sort of this sort of longer hiatus, what kinds of things do you see that are changed from when you first started and when you were previously most involved? Like, we have these online cubing competitions nowadays, of course, but do you see that much change, or do you think that things are essentially staying very similar?
I think things have changed, but it's excuse me. I think it's a little bit weird. I think you almost see the change more staying in the community because you see a lot of the minor changes. For me, someone who stopped cubing for like a year and seriously cubing for a few years, it actually hasn't changed that much. I think the pandemic has actually forced a lot of changes in terms of a lot more online stuff, like this, for example. In terms of like competitions and how things are structured, I think they're largely the same. Like if I went to a competition today, it would basically be no different than a long time ago. I mean, speed-wise, people are crazy fast these days. All right, chat's doing really well. Yeah, I think people are just really fast these days. I think the YouTube scene is different than when I left it, for better. But yeah, I would say it's like 95% the same. There's a few things that are a little bit different. And then I think all the online stuff is really nice. I'm really happy to see that showing up now.
What kind of things do you think would be really interesting to see online? Or do you think that the cubing community should be moving to for online stuff?
Yeah, I think there should be more, official's not really the right word, but more formalized online competitions.
Sure.
Something with like leaderboards, stuff like that, just because I think it's a nice way for people to practice and have sort of a competitive atmosphere, and that's not really something that exists. So stuff in the past like Twist the Web, of course, was around, but that was sort of like a lobby style competitive thing, so like nothing sticks, for example. I like the idea of having smart cubes. I think that's really cool. So if we could somehow combine those ideas of like having a smart cube or having some sort of official leaderboard online, I think that'd be a really nice tool for people.
I like that. I think that makes a lot of sense. But one thing that I've been thinking about a lot is sort of these, online competitions like your Speed Solving Weekly or stuff like this for our non-3x3 events where we have non-bracket style kind of things.
Yeah.
Versus having a bracket and doing, I don't know, something more like a fighting game or Super Smash Brothers, where instead of having a ton of different events, we've got 3x3 and you've got like layers of how people are going to be doing, competing all their way up this bracket.
Yeah.
I think online is probably the easiest way to do that kind of thing.
Yeah, I also like online because you can host competitions basically whenever. So it's similar to other video games. You can sort of play online, improve your ranking whenever you want. So you could do like head-to-head with other people. You could do smaller lobbies, what have you. Oh my god, it's such an easy PLL.
So easy.
This is like a crazy easy solve. Just depends on which U-turn people like.
Chat is spamming U2. And it's U2 versus M2 in chat as to which PL.
Yeah, for me it'd be an R2.
Yeah, I would have started with R2 as well, but
all right,
I guess that
E2 wins.
Not as popular.
All right, now people can do F2. That's the it's the classic.
Yeah, chat, go for F2 right here. That's the only thing we're going to tell you to do. We'll try to M2.
Okay. All right.
So M2 is winning.
Yeah.
Oh man, I was not expecting that, to be honest. So after this solve, do you want to do another 3x3 solve, or should we change stuff up with chat and change to a different event?
We'll see what chat wants.
Sure.
I think it'd be cool to do another 3x3. Well, it depends on how much time we'll have left.
We have plenty
like
right
half
now.
An hour.
Yeah.
We could do another 3x3.
Yeah. This one was so clean by chat.
Yeah, there are almost no mistakes.
This is going to be like a less than 60 move solve.
It's going to be hard to beat in the future.
Yeah, and slice moves are, we're doing STM right here. So slice moves count as one move, which means, yeah, this is going to be the most efficient solve that Twitch solves a Rubik's Cube can ever do. Unless they reverse the scramble.
Right. How long do you think it'll be before they attempt it? I think they tried, right? That's why the first move was an R, I think.
I believe that. It got one cube, one piece in.
Yeah, this is pretty crazy. It's honestly more efficient than my solves, I think.
Yeah, I would agree. And we started with 3 completely useless turns.
Yep. It's just warming up.
And a rotation counts in there. This is a 50 move solve. This would be like a 6 for me if I got
for you, yeah. Oh my god, 2 moves.
This is so efficient. Chat is spamming M2. They know the end is near.
It's crazy. People are gonna hop on the stream and try to participate and then notice that we're 1 move away from finishing.
Oh, it'll be very easy for them to be able to see what's going on then.
Yeah.
All right. So chat's going to finish off this last move, I assume. Almost certainly. And then we're going to ask chat what we do next. Yep. Whether or not we go and stick with some more 3x3.
Oh my god.
Congratulations. That was very fast. That was awesome, guys. 55 moves, literally half the amount of moves that we did last time.
That would almost make cutoffs out of competition time-wise.
All right. And we've reset, actually. It looks like we're doing another 3x3 solve.
Okay. Okay. It's not bad.
I see chat. Is chat reversing scramble here? Some U2 spam, some F prime spam. I think this is a great solve to do some pseudo slotting on. Oh, U2.
Okay.
Well,
maybe it's
not anymore. Really?
Yeah.
Oh, I see. But if they're setting up for white cross.
Well, it's funny because you can't tell, because if they're reversing the scramble, it's going to be the same thing.
Yeah, the next... Yep, there we go.
Yeah. Can't tell if setup or reverse scramble.
Now the question... So the question is whether or not they do an R. Wait, no, R is still a move that would
yes, that would still
do the right thing.
Yep. So still don't know.
Okay. Chat's spamming R right now.
All right, next move. Okay. We will know.
We can
what the intentions are.
Distinguish between the two.
Oh, okay. I'm seeing where this is going. It was only a matter of time.
Well, we're trying to give this scramble to help people out. I think this is... I think this is not allowed when you're doing FMC or trying to solve anything knowing the scramble. L, okay.
I can't believe this is happening.
I wonder if at any point they mess up, whether or not they're going to be able to fix it.
Well, that's the thing, right? Is if this breaks down, then it's just a waste of moves.
Well, they may be able to get pretty close.
I don't know. I feel like a J-Prim was pretty close.
Okay. Oh my goodness. this is actually happening right now.
Yep.
So actually, I've completely forgotten what algorithm is used to solve the cube with, I think this is using cubing.net.
Oh, is it?
Yeah. And I think that like a computer optimal solution does a bunch of orientation stuff or domino reduction. So I'm not quite sure what's going to happen here. But at some point, we're just going to see a bunch of stuff oriented. Yep, chat's doing it.
Oh.
So this is going to be a very fast solve. Yeah. So the next move that they're going to do, most likely, which is the B, is going to put mostly white yellow pieces on the U and D layers, and then from there you can domino reduce it, which makes solving it super, super fast. I don't know if you've been paying attention to FMC at all, but that's actually how they're doing fewest moves competitions nowadays. They're doing
It's crazy.
Instead of, solving the cube normally, there's the L2. Oops. What they're doing is orienting all the pieces so that you have like white, yellow, or whatever is facing up.
Mm-hmm.
And then it's super easy and super fast to do it. Because you reduce the cube down to a 3x3x2, mm-hmm. and then the middle layer you just have to eventually fix. All right, there's a B.
People are so good at cubing these days. I leave for like 3 years. I come back and it's like solve technology has changed.
Yeah. I actually, you were talking earlier about doing the stuff with smart cubes.
Yeah.
I wanna for my own personal stream and for stuff like this, I think the technology could be used really well for replays. Mm-hmm. For if we ever want to get cubing analysis sort of almost live, you can have a cube being scrambled and solved the exact same way and like break down and solve on the spot.
Yeah, that'd be awesome.
F2, okay. Yeah. And then what is the next move?
I think
it's R2?
Yeah.
Is it gonna break up? Oh, R2, L2. Okay, I see. Because I'm seeing we've got the red block in the back, and then if you do an L2, you get this blue, orange, yellow block, which is the next step, seemingly.
There's the R2.
These guys are so good at queuing. They're so good. This is going to be the most efficient. Well, actually, no. So this scramble is... No, this scramble is a 20-move scramble. Mm-hmm. If I can count moves correctly. Yeah. So it may be the most efficient. Oh, my goodness. What is left? B2...
B prime.
B prime, D2, B2, R2, D2. Okay.
Yeah.
Chat.
There's the B prime.
We made one reference to reversing the scramble.
That's all it took.
Talking about efficiency. And chat now knows exactly what to do. Oh my goodness. All right. B2. I feel like chat.
It's a very pretty pattern.
I actually quite like this.
Yeah.
Okay, so we are going to be letting people have their fun on this one. But since we have so much time after the second solve, because, this took 5 minutes, we're going to actually spice things up a little bit. I just heard that we're going to remove the scramble 1 minute after it shows up on the screen.
Oh my god,
So,
that's amazing. You have 5 moves in.
so you can reverse the first 5, but somehow you've got to coordinate if you want to keep reversing, so we can get an actual solve. All right. Congratulations, chat. You've officially done it. In approximately 5 seconds, the voting will finish and a U2 will be applied to the puzzle. And congratulations. Exactly 20 moves. Chat is fully efficient.
Yep.
Now, try that again with this scramble. We've got 1 minute, so make sure you're following along with at home by...
Oh, what did I do? I was doing the wrong scramble. Oopsies.
Don't miss scramble.
Oh, now I have to solve it in a minute.
I believe in you. You've got that. All right.
All right. So I see a lot of people saying to screenshot it. It's gonna be really funny if half the people do, and so we'll go halfway through it, and then we'll stop.
I think the best way to do this isn't even... Okay, they started with an L. The best way to do this is not even to reverse it in the situation. Like, I think orange is really nice here. Yes. But of course, I'm color neutral, and I think most of the chat is not.
Yeah, but when we're going at one move every 20 seconds, I feel like anyone could be color neutral.
F2. All right, guys. Green. Oh, wait, actually. Green? Green. Chat needs to switch to green. We've got a 3-move, or even yellow.
Yellow's not that great.
Well, I mean, all right, so they did a B prime. So they're trying to cheese this one again.
It's not gonna work.
All right, it's been covered up on the screen. So now chat's gonna sort of devolve a little bit here. There's an R.
Okay.
Honestly, I think chat should even just go for yellow in the situation. I'm not telling them what to do, but I'm telling them what to do.
Yellow's pretty good. I would do yellow.
I actually think yellow's pretty good in the situation. All right, D prime by chat. Oh no.
I think we've broken it.
I mean, we are but the messengers. The
Yes.
chat are the deliverers. Oh no. The
You know, the strategy is to just make the scrambles non-optimal. Just have like a 50-move scramble.
Or next time, just completely hide the scramble from them.
Yeah. It's actually matched the scramble. That's what we try to do.
Wow. Oops. All right. So while Chad is trying to attempt the next most efficient solve, we should. Yeah. Chad's got it. They are 8 moves in right now. Are you doing anything else in the cubing community nowadays? So now that you're back, sort of, what are your plans? Are you doing anything that sort of up and coming, or are you sticking to YouTube for the most part?
I think for the most part, sticking to YouTube. I have a few side projects going on. They're pretty exciting. I think on my channel, I leaked a picture of a center cap. So I am thinking about doing some cube design stuff. So hopefully that'll come to fruition. But yeah, for the most part, YouTube, making videos, getting back into cubing.
in terms of cube making,
Yeah.
what kind of cubes are you thinking about doing? 3x3s or?
You know, I have some 3x3 plans, but what have I done? Yeah, so I have some 3x3 plans, but also some 4x4 plans. So for now, those are sort of the two things I'm sticking to.
Mm-hmm. How, in terms of the design for those, what's the hardest step? Like, what takes the most time for you to do?
It's honestly all the finishing touches. It's the same thing as if you mod a cube. So if you bought like a store-bought and you wanted to, you know, shave down some of the sharp edges, it's the same thing. Even when you're designing it, you just want to round off all the corners, and that definitely takes the longest time. Yeah.
Are you, and you're 3D printing them, or?
Yeah, I think 3D printing is a good way to prototype. I think, especially these days, 3D printers are cheap enough and accessible enough that really anybody could try it.
I've tried a couple of 3D printed puzzles, but some of them like had small design flaws, so they were different from, you know, like the Valk or a GAN XS or a Worm or something like that.
Yeah.
If you have a puzzle, you know, the same design with manufactured plastic versus 3D printed plastic.
Yeah.
How different is that feel? Like, does it 3D print? Really?
It's totally different. Yeah, you can imagine even with ABS plastic, if you have black plastic versus primary color plastic, in the past those felt really different too. It's even more different with 3D printed stuff just because the textures are so different. You get a totally different feel for the cube.
Is it rougher?
It tends to be rougher. It tends to be tighter as well, just because the tolerances aren't all there. But yeah.
Gotcha. That's interesting stuff. There are a couple of people in my area who've been doing 3D printed puzzles, but no one's sort of gone after trying to make a perfect one. It's just sort of, I want to make one and then sort of move on to the next type of project. So
yeah, yep. Yeah, 3x3s are kind of interesting too, because I think for the most part it's kind of saturated. Like each new cube that comes out isn't really that different than previous ones. Yeah. I think the offerings in terms of like the improvements are not super different. But the things that can be changed are obviously the feel of the cube. And I think that's important to a lot of people, myself included.
Yeah, I mean, hand feel of cubes nowadays is really the main thing that's separated.
It is, yeah. Yeah.
I've been switching back and forth between a couple of cubes, and I've been finding that I don't know, performance-wise, there's almost no difference. It's really just whether or not I like
just the feel. Yep.
I feel like having something a little bit bubblier versus blockier one day.
Yeah. It's also weird. I think when I'm solving casually, I like cubes that are really smooth and buttery, but I don't like those for actual solves. I feel like I do better with clicky, crispy cubes.
Well, I think one of the things I like solving with, I've been enjoying a GAN XS quite a bit recently, but I mean, in terms of competition usage, the worms have always been sort of bread and butter and very consistent.
Yeah.
All right, we have done 3 solves. One was very efficient with really easy F2L and then a U-perm for a PLL. 2 extremely efficient solves of God's number type of efficiency in the situation. And I don't know. I've never seen Twitch chat be so organized before, although there may have been a prompt there for them to help them out.
You know what kind of be interesting is 2x2, just because there's so many 2x2 methods that people know.
Do you think we should try a 2x2 solve? We've got we've got some time.
We could try it.
I've learned that the mean of 3 for those solves, if this was an FMC format, is 31.67. So
That's very good.
it's actually very good. It's not world record quality, but that first solve, I'm not sure the people were trying for FMC. Oh, actually, we are not able to do it 2x2. So we are sitting here at 3 solves. Oh, I see tons of chat. It looks like the 2x2 methods thing would be something that we might be doing at some point. But we can definitely do that on future streams. So thanks for the idea. We're going to wrap things up right now. So big shout out to Albert for helping us out by coming on.
Yep. Thanks for having me.
Thanks so much. If you want to go check Albert out, he's at Cubix on YouTube, which is CYOUBX. And otherwise, thanks so much. We'll be right back.